Hi guys, I'm sorry that I've been running a little bit behind with my blog. The summer's just almost come and gone before I've even blinked. So we're going all the way back to May, in which case we're going to be using our weighted balls. So at the APPI we have two different weights, but I'm going to be using the lighter ones today because we're going to be doing some arm things, but also just using the balls to assist some of our movements as well. So grab your pair of weighted balls and you'll just need your mat for this one. So we're going to start off coming down into our side bend. So we're going to have our ball in our top hand and we're going to bring the ball down along our thigh, checking again shoulder and elbow are in line, and we're just using the ball here to add a little bit of weight as we come up and over and then lower back down. So remember to keep that top hip pointing forwards as you lower. So coming over, good, keeping those hips pointing forwards and remembering not to hang on that underneath shoulder, so keep working nice and hard. And then we're going to stay up for our next one and we're going to do 5 little arm waves with that top arm. So adding in a little bit of resistance with the ball, but also you'll probably start to feel those underneath oblique muscles working just that little bit harder. So last little wave there, and then lowering back down. So we're going to come over onto the opposite side. So again, hips and shoulders stacked and your feet a little bit behind the body. Check again that we're not hanging on that shoulder. And then again, reaching up and over into our side bend. So squeezing those knees together just to help our obliques and keeping ribs and hips pointing forwards. Good. On our next one again, we're going to stay up, little hold, and we've got our 5 little arm waves, still keeping that underneath shoulder working hard, and lifted through that side. Good, last 2 here. And then we're going to lower back down. So we're going to move now into a roll up, and we're going to be using the balls just to add in a little bit of a stability challenge and maybe a little bit of coordination. So I'm going to get you to pop both your balls at your feet. I'm going to use the ball just so that we do a bit of a half roll up here. So we're going to come into that position again to make sure that our feet are on top of the ball. And as we curl forwards, we're going to roll the ball away and then we're going to slide the heel back in as we roll back. So keeping that connection between the ribs and the hips, we're just going to roll the ball as we curl. So peach still tucked nicely underneath that chin, we can't let it be squashed or roll away as we curl forwards. So using that ball just to add in a little bit of an instability underneath the foot, but in some ways also to guide the movement. So reaching up and sitting on the sit bones and then rolling off the back of them as you roll the ball back in. Good work. And lowering back down. And then we could do both legs together. So reaching away, and again, a little bit more unstable now because we're again on that unstable surface underneath the feet. So still working hard just to control that balance as we curl and roll. Good work. Let's just aim for 2 more movements there. And growing nice and tall. Good work. Okay, so we're going to come now onto all fours into just our swimming level 4, where we're going to be using the weights as actual arm weights this time. And you can also have the other ball underneath the hand, and that's then going to challenge the stability through the shoulders a little bit more. So hands again slightly forwards of the shoulders, check again we're in our neutral position. And from here we're going to reach one arm away, holding the ball, and fold back in. So again, think about that supporting shoulder as you lengthen the other arm away. So trying not to lock the elbow. And again, keeping that shoulder blade gliding away from the ear. So just lengthening away, so adding our weight to the arm that's moving, and just challenging that shoulder blade positioning of the arm that's staying. And of course you could add in the leg movement to make our full swimming level 4 And again, that's going to be a little bit more unstable now because we've got to balance on the ball. So lengthening away on that diagonal and folding back in. So keep that shoulder drawing away from the ear as we reach. And coming back in. And then our last little idea that I had for you with the balls is to take that into swimming level 3. So here what we're going to be doing is lying on our tummy, arms this time out in front of you, and we just need the one ball. And what we're going to do here again is check we're in our neutral, and as we reach the arm and the leg away, we're just passing the ball over and then lowering back down. So just challenging that shoulder stability that little bit more as we switch from side to side. So keeping those shoulder blades still melting down the spine and lengthening away through the fingertips and the toes as we switch from side to side. Last one on each side. And lowering back down. Good work. So just some simple ideas of how to use the weighted balls. So I hope that gives you some thoughts. You could also obviously use arm weights for some of those movements, and even your soft ball for the ones where we had to roll it away, but we need to sort of see how we go with that. So I hope you make use of those balls, and then we'll be having a little look at how we can use the balance pads next. Okay guys, so we're going to move on now to look at how we can make use of the balance pads. So any of the exercises that I go through now, of course you can do on the floor just as well, but it obviously won't challenge your balance quite as much, whereas the stability pads just give you that extra little edge. They feel really nice and cushioning, but sometimes they can be more challenging than we think. So I've just given you 4 ideas here on how we can incorporate the balance pads to challenge people's balance and obviously make it a lot more functional being in an upright position. So we're going to start off just with our foot series. So we're going to step onto the balance pads, and again just think about your 3 little points under your big toe, little toe and heel to start. So just feel nice and grounded. And we're going to start off just to warm up, just to have some little rises. So rising up onto the toes. Good. And then we're going to take that straight into our foot series. So we're coming up onto the toes, into the mini squat, drop the heels, and come back up. So think about nice parallel lines through the legs as we reach. And working through whichever range you've got through your ankles, and challenging that ankle and knee stability as we go through the little series of movements. Good. Let's do one more in that direction, and then we're going to reverse it. So this time we're going to do our little mini squat first. We're then going to lift through the heels, all the way up, and then control the movement back down. So little squat, toes, tall, and down. So still think about those hips and knees pointing forwards, working through that range in your ankles. Should start to feel the calves working a little bit. One direction is sometimes easier than the other, so just go with that. Good. Last 2 here. And then lowering yourself back down. So we're going to move now into some lunges. So again, you've got options. You can stay on both of the support balance pads, or you could step one foot back onto the floor. So I'm going to attempt to stay on both for now. And what we're going to do is transfer all the weight onto our left side. And we're going to lunge the right foot back and then come back. So we're going to switch from side to side, but think about keeping headlights on the hips pointing forwards as we step back. So think about the range also. So as you step, make sure that you're stepping relatively far backwards, so that your knee is still tracking over your foot. So you can see that adds in quite a big stability challenge from when we just do lunges on the floor, which can be challenging in themselves. Good work. So knee and toes still tracking in line as we switch. Good work. Driving through that back leg. And coming back up. Good work. Okay, so I'm going to take one of those away for now. And we're going to come into our scooter series, which will challenge again our glutes a lot more in standing. So a really nice functional exercise for runners, all the people that need glutes, which is almost all of us. So we're going to start off here, bringing our right foot onto our balance pad. So from here, I want us just to hinge forward slightly at the hips, and we're just going to take the other leg and just slide it away and slide it back in. So think about the alignment through your supporting leg. So just sliding back and sliding back in. So keep that length again through the head and the shoulders as we slide. Good. So to challenge that a little bit more, this time we're going to lift and tap behind. So lift, tap behind. So a little reach and tap. Good. So working hard again through that supporting leg. You might already be starting to feel those glutes working as you step. Reach. Good. And your final challenge is to reach and then just stretch the leg away. So reach and stretch. Reach. Whoa. And stretch. I think that's me. I'm going to have to give them a shake out. So let's try on the left side. And as I said, feel free to do these on the floor. It's still really challenging. So hopefully this is my slightly better ankle. But let's see how we go. So again, little slide. Checking again that the left knee and toes are in line. Just sliding back. Good. And then adding in that slightly extra challenge, little reach, tap behind. Reach, tap behind. Good work. Excellent. And then we're going for no tap. So this time we're just going to reach that leg, fold, and reach. Good. Fold, lengthen away. Oh, still working on that nice parallel alignment. And shake it out. Good work. Okay, so final little challenge is going to be our one leg balance challenge. So let's come back to the right foot. And the first thing we're going to do is just find your balance onto your pad. So again, if you need to keep your toe down to start, that's fine. But we're going to start to bring that leg off the floor and just work through those muscles in the foot and through the leg. And then I want us to start to hinge forwards. We're going to bring the hands out to the sides and see if we can get that balance reaching forwards. Good. And in that position, we're going to see if we can add in some little squats through this front knee. Good. Just two more. And folding back up, give it a little shake out, well done. And then we're going to bring that over to the left side. So again, just take a moment to find that balance again. Feel really grounded. We're going to float that leg up off the floor. See if we can get our balance first. And then from there, we're going to again start to fold forwards. See if we can find that point of balance. Good. Whoa. Haven't quite got mine. Okay. And once we've got that, we're going to add in again our little knee folds through that front leg. Keep working hard through the toes. Keep the arch lifted. Good. Last one there. And coming back up. Good work. So definitely an extra challenge for you guys to do. So I think we've probably earned it because our last little workout that we're going to do today is using those lovely massage balls to give our bodies a little bit of release. So I'll see you shortly for that. Now to the final stage of our little summer series, which you've earned, a little bit of release with the massage balls. So we're going to start off just releasing our feet. So if you just pop your ball onto the floor, and we're just going to pop your right foot on top, And just roll the ball nice and gently, all under the surface of all the inner border, outer border, heel, toes, making sure we cover that whole foot, just nice and gently to start. Please make sure you're wearing socks because these are quite prickly, so you'll probably prefer to have some socks on at this stage. And then what I want us to do is to just drop over the top and just press your heel in, and just again, nice pressure into that heel. And then dropping over the back, and you can bend your knee and you'll probably get a little bit of a calf stretch as well there. So just some pressure under the ball of the foot and under the toes. And then you can give it one more little deeper rub this time, working in through the arches. Nice little release through the feet there. And just come off that, and even if you just walk from foot to foot, you'll probably feel that that foot just feels a little bit more grounded. So let's make them match. And we'll bring in the other foot as well. So just rolling through there. Good. So nice gentle pressure, just covering the whole surface of the foot again. And then just bring the ball again underneath the heel. Little pressure onto that. Just feeling that connection. And then rolling over the back, and again just letting the calf go into a bit of a stretch as well as the heel drops down. And then just roll the ball nice and deep this time through that inner arch, outer arch. And just release off there. So just walk from foot to foot there. And already I feel like my feet have opened up quite nicely. So that's a really nice release to do, just to open out through the feet. And hopefully if you're even going to do some of the standing balance, it might help you. So maybe we should have done it the other way around to help my balance. So we're going to move now into our ITBs. So this is a bit of a nasty one, as you know. ITBs are never that pleasant. So we're going to pop the ball just along the side. Bring yourself down onto your elbow, and what I like to do is to move across the ball, so almost in that sort of zigzag shape. So you might have an area that's particularly tender, and you can afford to put a little bit more pressure in there. Otherwise, just keep rolling forwards and backwards, and again, you can control how much weight you put through the ball, which should hopefully, as I say, allow a little bit of release. And then on the same side, we're going to do our deep bottom muscles, our piriformis. So basically, we're just going to sit on the ball, find that nasty spot in that deep bottom, and again, just rolling over that. And if you feel that you can bear it, again, just putting some extra sustained pressure onto that spot, just to try and release that, as we often have a little trigger point into that area. So a nasty little one. Good. Okay, so we're going to just repeat the ITB on the opposite side. So again, ball just coming underneath and just rolling. Sometimes on one side you feel is much tighter than the other. You can move the leg if that's less pressure. Otherwise, again, try and just move your body up and down. Might give you a little bit more pressure. Again, working through any nasty areas that you might have. Might be higher over the hip or closer to the knee. So again, just roll, as long as you can bear. We sort of aim for about 30 seconds on each side if you can. And then we're going to take that up again into our piriformis muscle, into our bottom. So again, just finding that nasty spot, horrible little spot deep in your bottom. So again, try and keep a little bit of sustained pressure on there if you can. Good. Okay. So we're also going to release a little bit through our upper back. So this time, we're going to bring the balls down onto the mat. And you're going to have a big head support there. And we're going to come and lie on them so that they're just on either side of our back there. And just think about the shoulder blades sort of just sinking down almost next to them. And we're going to raise the arms up towards the ceiling. And here we're going to do our little scapular isolations. And again, you'll feel just that little bit of pressure through those rhomboid muscles just on the inside of our shoulder blades. We could take that even into a little bit of an arm scissors type movement, just to allow some movement through that middle back. So So kind of nice, nasty ones these, where it sort of feels uncomfortable, but you know how much better you're going to feel when you come back up. Good. So we're going to roll over now, and we're going to bring the balls onto the front of our chest, into our pec muscles. So we're going to pop them just into the front of your shoulder, and you can bring your head down to rest, and just allow the arms again just to rest down. And that might already be enough pressure, or we might start to just add in a little arm hover, like a little modified swimming level, trying to just press gently into the floor as you come back down, and you'll get a little bit of release there through those pec muscles. So again, slightly nasty, but most people need these, because if we're sitting all day at the desk, we tend to find that we've got a little bit of tightness through the front. You can bring them down by your sides, and again just do almost a little bit of a press and a squeeze through the shoulder blades. And then release. So hopefully for those of you that have some massage balls at home, that just gives you a few little ideas of how you can use them. These are really handy even just to pop in your suitcase if you're going on holiday this summer, just to do a little bit of release with those. So I will see you after the summer, and we'll be doing some exercises with the Swiss ball to add in some toning. Enjoy your summers, and I'll see you then.